All right. Hello, everyone.
What's up, guys?
Just heard some buzzing. Okay, Barry. Everybody, it's great to be back on camera. Great to be back on the stream with you. I'm with Psynaps once again. How are you, brother?
I'm great. I'm having a lot of fun. I have some stuff I want to share with you guys. Jason has some stuff he wants to share. We're going to have a lot of fun. And I want to say something really quick before we get into it. Don't forget, there's going to be some giveaways. I just heard that we are going to do some more giveaways during this stream. That's really exciting. Tweet it out. Let other people know. You can get Creative Cloud for a whole year.
Yes, and I think,
today.
you know what? Because you just said it, and people have been waiting. Oh, and thank you, Pam. People have been waiting, and hello, CBR, and hello, Hottie Tom. There you go. I got your name
Hottie
right
Tom.
this time, yeah. Zanlock, let's do a giveaway. Admiral Shane, let's do a giveaway now.
Let's do it.
At the top of the hour.
Nice.
Right now, let's do it. All right, so we're going to kick off with some giveaways.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to have Paul roll it.
I see some winners from the previous giveaways in the chat.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mika Burke, nice.
There's about to be another one.
All right, it's coming. Stay fristy. Distorted kick. Yes, good to see you. Glad you're still here. Cindy Soar.
Now our winner is
They're doing it.
Oh my God! And the winner is Hottie Tom.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
Hottie Tom. All right.
Oh, man. Look at the hype. Look at the
Look at
chat.
the hype,
You
look
guys
at
are
the
going
chat.
crazy.
Yep, we're
That's
going crazy.
awesome.
Yes, we want to see this, and we're going to be giving away 3 more of these over the next 2 hours. All right. So every like 30 minutes, you may have to keep us honest on that because I know we'll kind of get lost. We'll get lost in the creative.
Oh, yeah.
Creative.
Oh, we're going to be in the zone.
Zone. Thank you. I was at a loss for words. That doesn't bode well for my creativity. But in any case, so okay, we got that, Paul. Hottie Tom, again, congratulations.
Cool.
You are pro now. Yes. You should go to Vegas. Bet it all.
Whoa.
All right. Don't do that. All right. So, hey, Tonks. So, did you want to start by showing some stuff and
Sure.
kind of where we left off yesterday? And I know you did
Yeah.
some renders. And again, so for those of you joining us for the first time today, Synapse and I are working on a stinger interstitial that will basically be animated text, motion graphics, back cool animated bits, music, and voiceover. And this will be kind of the branding for future Creativity 360 events. And Synapse is doing some amazing stuff with text in C4D yesterday on the path to After Effects. So we started with some amazing animated text in here. Oh, wow, I'm already seeing.
Yeah, check out the animated text. And
Yeah.
it's something, we talked a little bit after the stream last time. And there were some questions about the 3D. And people were like, wow, how can I do this in 3D? And what you guys should know is that Cinema 4D Lite is built into After Effects. So if you have Creative Cloud, you have access to doing 3D text just like this.
Yep.
And so this is some of the 3D text that we drew up yesterday. And it's really quite simple, relatively. And it shows Creativity 360. And the idea was, let's put some lights. This one's kind of upside down. Let's go here and zoom out. And you can see it's got a simple lighting setup. There's some lights back there. And I'm pretty organized with how I make my layers.
Yeah, your layers is very organized and easy to follow actually as
Right.
I'm looking over.
There's
your shoulder.
cameras, lights, text, and some background stuff if we want to experiment with a sky or an HDRI, something like that. And some stuff that's not used, maybe I tried it and I just dragged it in there and it's deactivated. So
Which is
if
something
you,
we talked a lot about yesterday, right? Just kind of trying things, and it's not all going to work, but that's kind of what makes it fun. Yeah.
yeah, these are kind of like the top 4 fundamentals, I think, for any text opener or logo reveal or something like that.
Nice.
And you can build up from there. And
Very
I can
cool.
switch the cameras around like that.
Oh.
And they're all pretty animated. Let's see.
Oh, dude. It's giving me the feels. I feel.
Right on.
It's Alice Cooper. Right there. Feel. Love Alice Cooper. Hey, someone's just asking, CBR, did we change the title? Yes, you have to refresh to see the title change. But yes, titles have been changed. Hey, in Synapse, a couple people were asking earlier the spec of your machine, because even as you're kind of scrubbing around, it is very, very responsive. I mean, it's real time. But actually, this isn't like a super overpowered
not.
system, right?
No, it's not. It's this one is an Intel Core i5, and it's got a GeForce 940M, so it's a relatively new graphics card. The i5s, they can do it. When it comes time to render, it's a little, things slow down a little bit, but
You feel like you want an i7 during that time.
you always want an i7.
I wasn't going to say it. But yes.
It's hardware. It's expensive, but
Right.
if you can, now I save up just a little bit to get the i7.
But for the actual creation part of it, for the whole construction of this,
Yeah.
I mean, you're seeing it. The performance
It
is
works.
really stunning. And you don't even have any, I mean, I'm always running external drives. You're doing this all internally. I'm assuming
Right.
with SSD in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to definitely if you can. But if you don't have one, it works without the SSD as well. And we can, set this up, set up the cameras, render it out, and bring it into After Effects with a relatively low specs. It just, I think you can still do it. It just takes longer.
Yep. Okay. Oh, that's looking so good.
And we can take a look at what some of these look like in After Effects. I just brought them in. They've been rendering. They've been cooking overnight. And
And you did these
like
as
baking.
EXR, right? As EXR
Yeah.
sequences? Okay.
That's a great question. The output setting, just so that we get faster previews, I went to 720, but I can easily just change this to 1920 and render it out higher resolution. We'll do that one next. But just so we get some smooth, and I recommend that people do this as well when you're just developing. Start at a lower res. You're going to be much happier when you're editing in After Effects. As you'll see, we're going to have to do some scrubbing. And let's see, where's my OpenEXR? Great format.
Yeah.
32-bit, high dynamic range,
Yep.
plenty of colors. So when we go into After Effects, we can move the curves and move the saturation and be comfortable working with the levels. And there's a little trick you can do to make your files a little smaller. Just a little side thing right there.
Oh, nice.
It's a little...
And you mentioned about kind of working in 720, and the two of us were talking about this yesterday. Of course, now, and having just come from like NAB, National Association of Broadcasters, talking about television, movies, commercials, everything is the baseline standard now really for broadcast cinema of any kind, of all those things I just named, is 4K. I mean, we still have a lot of 1080, and there still is 720. But to get started with text, especially when you're working in vector anyway, no reason to like just start working in 4K or larger, because ultimately you're just putting that much more stress on the system. And particularly if you're really trying to play around, trying to kind of experience, learn, just, mess about and see, what does this, what do these lights do? What do these textures do? It probably behooves you to start smaller because you can always scale up.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's sometimes you render something and it doesn't come out exactly how you thought it was going to look. And maybe you guys as artists can be very, I think we or I'll just speak for myself, can be very particular. The color doesn't look right to me, or the shadow, I know I can make it better. And it would be a shame if you had to render 4K and it takes forever to render and you're looking at it and you're like, I hate it.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
going to do the whole thing. So, if you go lower res, start there.
Right.
If you hate it the first time, you're not too invested. You just fix it,
Right.
re-render it.
right. Oh, and Matter Hatter. So yes, I don't know. I missed the first part of the question, but I believe the version that's still shipping with Light in After Effects today is R16, is version R16 of Light,
Yeah.
and the one that's coming in the next version of After Effects, which will be available in summer or mid 2016, is R17. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, so close. So close. We're so close to it, man.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited for you. Yeah. Okay. Paul Weaver, you should be seeing the screen he's working on. Okay. Yeah. In 4K we trust, Lemo Leo, and that is true. I mean, 4K is kind of the new standard, but I think, and this was something that actually, it's funny that Psynaps and I shared this conversation, but I'd heard this also from several other animators who said the same thing to me, particularly with 3D apps. Like, there's really, because everybody's thinking, 4K, it's got to be, cinema sized, and really, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
At least to start, right?
Absolutely.
If the job dictates you need 4K, fine. But otherwise, I think it's a great way to start and learn, and then also really experience the power of your machine, and also kind of feel where the limitations are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't absolutely need 4K, you don't want to go there.
Yeah.
it's
True.
not that great to work with 4K.
Yeah.
But it looks good. It's crisp, and some people notice that. It depends on what you're making
and what you're
content
viewing
for.
it on, right? And that's
Yeah.
the thing. And having said that, of course, we do have something in After Effects for video, and I talk about this a lot on my stream. You know, I'm still shooting 1080p, and so if I want to go to 4K, and if I want to convert my footage ahead of time, After Effects has an incredible filter called Detail Preserving Upscale, which actually uses similar technology to what we have in Photoshop when we released Preserve Details Enlargement, a new algorithm there. So it's not exactly the Photoshop code, but it's in that same family, and it does not just incredible upscaling. I mean, of course, we added different upscale methods in the actual timeline, right? So you had bicubic and linear there for some time, and that's okay for going like 720 to 1080, but it was never intended to go from 720 to 4K, or really even 1080 to 4K. That's specifically what detail preserving upscale is for.
Nice.
So yeah, and it's a render process. I mean, I actually did this on stream, and I just basically queued a whole bunch of footage to say, okay, put it in 4K so I can recompose and edit. I was still editing in 1080, so that's the thing. I was actually enlarging it so that I could just recompose and crop and pan around differently, because it was only a 2-camera shoot. So you got to get a little creative.
That's really good stuff, because that's part of the workflow. That's part of sometimes you have some really great ideas. You need that flow of ideas to continue. So when you have a faster workflow, it helps a lot.
Absolutely. CBR is asking if there are any tutorials for the light version. Yeah, I believe we've got a few. Certainly, I know there are quite a few. You can find them on YouTube if you search for After Effects C4D Lite. But I believe we also have some in CC Learn, likely done around the time when we first introduced C4D Lite, which was the original CC in 2013. So let's see. Isaac is asking, how much % would you say Cinema 4D Lite is of the main program? Oh, as opposed to the full version. Yeah, we kind of talked about this yesterday.
Yeah, it's a good question. There's a list. You can go to Maxon's website, and you can compare the different versions. I think there's a number of versions for Cinema 4D. The bad news is it doesn't have all the features, but the good news is it has a lot of them, including the 3D text and texturing and lighting and all the things that I did basically here. So it's enough to get your feet wet and start learning some 3D.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, Melissa, never enough cowbell. Couldn't agree more. Added cowbell to Bubble Kano through chat request, and
I think that's a recommendation for the intro.
For this one too.
Yeah, we can put the cowbell.
We'll put the cowbell on towards the end. Yeah, that's you gotta. That's like you add salt. We're gonna put the cowbell on, but sprinkle it on at the end.
Sure.
But yes, very good. Okay. So let's take a look here.
Yeah.
Let's see what you
So I just brought these image sequence in. They're OpenEXR, and this is what they look like with no coloring or anything like that. And to me, I think they're a little bit soft. Some of those colors that, I would like to see a little bit more contrast. We have a lot of edges and stuff. We should take advantage of that, and some of those shadows. And so it came out a little lighter than I thought, but when that happens, it's really easy. Since we have OpenEXR, I feel confident that we can maybe add some contrast to it and do some curves and some stuff like that. So let's give it a try. I already started on this one right here, and I think I've got a background, just something that's there because we might animate the background or do something like that.
Right. I was going to ask you, what are your color correction effects of choice to date in After Effects?
Ooh, I've got some favorites. I think I've got a power combo.
Power combo, okay.
So let's get into some of those.
Yeah.
I like to add curves.
Yeah,
Curves is
okay.
just, it sometimes make a huge difference.
Huge difference. 32-bit, redesigned 2 After Effects versions ago, right? So, yeah, they look and feel like the Photoshop ones, like the speed grade ones. That's the same curves that we now have in Lumetri and Premiere Pro.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So we can, work with the individual colors or just go RGB. Just right off the bat, I think I want to see what it looks like a little bit more. Maybe the S curve. Start there and see what happens. It's looking better. It already matches. There's already kind of that darker color on the outside. So I want to make it match a little bit with the background. But I mean, it's really what your eye wants to see.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty responsive. You can go really far.
Yeah.
And
And such a dramatic difference too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's supremely dramatic. Chris was just asking why Cinema 4D over Blender or Maya. So you happen to be a C4D user, and it's also C4D Lite ships with After Effects. So that was coincidentally our path here.
Yeah.
You can, of course, use the others in conjunction with After Effects, but they won't have this kind of direct dynamic link that C4D and After Effects share.
You know, we were talking about it a little bit, how I started working in Cinema 4D, and really it was many of the same reasons that I've kept working in After Effects. There were people who influenced me along the way, like Andrew Kramer and Video Copilot, and there's so many more, right? They make a lot of tutorials and stuff. Well, I saw him using Cinema 4D and using Element 3D and After Effects together, and it turns out that they just work with each other really well. So it's a good workflow. They have a good workflow relationship, and it's easy to use. So I love using it. You know, Maya does a bunch of cool stuff, and depends on what you're trying to do.
Right. Oh yeah, look at that. It's looking so good.
Yeah. You know, there's different ways you can play it. Like, if you want to do some, epic dark thing, before you reveal, you could
Epic dark thing, yes.
you could make it really dark, so you just have these highlights that you can see, or if you wanted to, pop out a little bit more, I could definitely see this right here, add some glow.
You're reading my mind. I wasn't even going to say it.
This is my go-to for a cool, you can even put some lens flares on there as it moves and track the lens flare across. Do some crazy stuff.
Now, just a little techie note here. So most of the effects in After Effects, and we're all these are all native effects too, by the way, right? These aren't plugins. We're using just native stuff.
Oh yeah, this is all the built-in stuff.
And all the ones that you're using here are 32-bit. Not all the effects in After Effects are 32-bit. And similarly with Premiere Pro, you just want to be conscious of that, because if you're going to be rendering, if you're working with particularly high dynamic range material or raw video, and you're wanting to kind of move back and forth and preserve that, you just want to be careful not to mix, particularly in the Premiere timeline, 8-bit with 32-bit, because then ultimately Premiere, at least, will absolutely dither down to 8-bit when you export. Doesn't matter in the end, because in the end we're going to the web, and that's going to be 8-bit delivery anyway. But
yeah, I think it's a good issue to talk about. The bit and the depth range.
Yeah.
Why do we need 32-bit, or why would we want that? Or I think it depends on who you ask. Some people feel like 32-bit is too much.
Right, float is too much. You hear that a lot.
You don't need it. Why would you add more data? You're never going to see it. For me personally, you can share your personal opinion. I just feel like the more information that you have there, the more room you have to work.
Yes.
So if you want to
Absolutely.
change the colors and the saturation and the brightness and stuff like that, you have a little bit of room to work. And then maybe you are not going to do the final render right away. Maybe there's going to be an intermediate process. So you want to take that information over to the next step and work with it more.
Yep. Yeah, totally. I fully agree. And, one other thing that we hear a lot, especially, again, when they integrate Premiere and After Effects, say you're working with red footage, say you're working with Arri Alexa, or even DSLR. So Premiere is always working in a 32-bit float 444 container. Doesn't matter what you throw at it. This is why you've never needed to transcode. It's always working in 32-bit. It always assumes 32-bit. Audition on the audio side is working in 32-bit float. And After Effects, of course, is switchable between 8, 16, and 32. And what we hear and see a lot when people are dynamically linking the apps together, because you have to manually switch to 16 or 32 in After Effects via the project panel, or there's probably another shortcut way to do it. Yeah, you can see it down at the bottom there. If you're doing things that have any kind of, the heavy sort of, Gaussian blur, or you have kind of fade up from black, or you're doing some kind of vignette, if you go to 8-bit too soon, you're going to see typically a lot of banding, right? You're going to see a lot of artifacts. And I mean, I've seen incredible editors, pros, who are sort of integrating AE into their Premiere workflows. And they do all this stuff with all these just, simple but beautiful, amazing visual effects. They do a quick render out for the day, and they're like, what is all this banding and artifacting? Because of that one setting.
I love talking about this stuff because the banding
Me
just
too.
drives me crazy. Do you guys notice that? Some of you probably do. It probably drives you crazy, just like it drives me crazy and Jason. Some of you may not notice it. You're like, banding, what is this thing you're speaking of? Show me what it looks like.
That's right, right.
So if you don't notice, then just be glad.
Let's be glad.
Because once you notice, then you're
Once
gonna,
you see it, right, there's no taking it back anymore.
Yeah, so you can fix it a couple of different ways. If you have 16-bit color, you get more steps, more information between, steps of the gradient, so it comes out smoother. In 8-bit, if you have to go there, which I think we all have to go there eventually if you upload to YouTube, because YouTube is
Right.
It's 8-bit, and H.264, our favorite codec that we like to publish our work with, is mostly 8-bit, unless you're using a special integration of that. So you have to know how to deal with that banding when it happens. But we're going to avoid any banding until the very last step.
Yes.
And then we'll see, make sure that we have smooth gradients.
Yes, yes, very cool. And Matt Guyver's asking, we're getting the band back together. I was waiting for someone to chime in with that. Yes.
Let me know, guys, if you have any ideas just while you're looking at me change the colors and move things around. If there's something that you want to see, maybe I can do it.
Yeah.
And maybe we can try it. Just let me know your feedback.
Spline time. It puts me in a dither. Yes, exactly. So where do you set the bit depth in AE? So as you just saw there, it's sort of in the bottom
yeah.
left of the project panel, but you can also set it from within the project settings there. And there's probably even a third way to get there via some keyboard shortcut of some kind that I never know.
Yeah, I just do it that
And
way
I just do it there. And if you do it in the project panel there, you can. I'm assuming it's the same window. Just Alt-click on the text to switch between modes.
Alt-click to cycle color
Yep.
depth.
Yeah, it even gives you a tooltip there. There you go.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm still getting some frames come in.
Yeah.
Right
Cool.
there.
Nice. So, K animations, Maya or Blender integratable with AE like C4D is. Well, again, the workflow that he's describing here, yes. So we're using EXR, but if you want the dynamic link, which is basically AE can read native C4D files. So you could create in C4D, bring the C4D directly into After Effects, do your motion graphics around it, and you go, oh, I need to go back to the 3D elements. From After Effects, you can Command-E, Edit Original, the same Edit Original that you've got in Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere, everywhere. And it'll actually take you to Cinema 4D, make a change, save it, go back to After Effects, and it updates inside After Effects. That Maya and Blender do not have. So that integration doesn't exist. That's only with C4D. And again, we even ship with the light version there. So... So let's see, Jan Eric. So your GPU is not supported by AAE with CUDA Mercury, but I can still enable it in the. Oh, you're getting cut off there. You can still enable it. I'm assuming you mean in Premiere Pro. Yeah. So at present, After Effects isn't leveraging CUDA, but some of that may change very soon.
Yeah, it lets you select. Like, it'll recognize.
Right.
your
It'll recognize.
card.
Right. But it won't use. It won't use CUDA here for rendering, correct? Only OpenGL. I don't even know if does it do OpenCL in here? I don't hear too much with OpenCL in After Effects.
Well, let's give
Can't
it a
say I'm
look.
entirely certain. And of course, OpenCL you can use for GPU acceleration,
Let's see.
regardless of what card you have in Premiere Pro.
Let's see, where is that?
Yeah, I forget to. I think it's
GPU info.
yeah.
It says GPU's unsupported, but it lets me select it.
Right.
Enable unsupported GPU CUDA acceleration.
Right.
So it looks like if we go into ray trace 3D rendering, it's going to give it a try.
Right, but it's not technically using probably the actual NVIDIA CUDA driver. But again, that may change. Okay. Oh yeah, and that's exactly what he's saying. So yeah, Jan Eric, it's not that you'll necessarily run into problems because it does let you select it. But again, stay tuned. Oh, I'm loving what you did there already. I didn't even see you in the
cool.
background. Yeah. So cool.
Yeah, just looking at the intensities a little
Mhm.
bit, trying to make it match. So the way I set up the lights, the way it came out, you can see there's a backlight, and it's creating a lot of this, reflective light coming off the text. So I definitely wanted to see that. The front is a little bit dark.
Right.
The lights are coming in from the side. So
Right.
as we try the other shots that go in an angle, we'll see that brighten up a little bit. So I'm just
Right.
seeing if I can lighten that up.
Now, how much of this do you do via curves And how much do you do via actually repositioning lights or readjusting the actual lights that are used?
I feel like it's a lot of both.
Okay.
So what you want to do is you want to do it right in 3D, so you don't have to try to fix it in After Effects. But the good
Fix it in post, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So if you do it right, you're gonna get. It's just gonna be amazing because we have a lot of flexibility in post. So, but there's a lot we can do too. If something goes wrong, you can fix it a little bit, or if something is right, you can make it look even better.
Right. Okay.
And maybe you change your mind. You're like, you know what? I don't like the blue. I hate it. Now I want purple. And then,
Right.
No, the
Right.
purple's bad. Let's go back to blue.
Right. No.
It's fine. It's just drag the hue saturation and you're good.
Yes. Okay. Admiral Shane. Kind of like Thor when he got his powers back, the lightning look around the text. Very cool.
Oh yeah, there's yep.
Deadeye
we could do something.
517's taking that. Yeah, it is looking super sweet. All
Yeah.
right.
And there's a little surprise if this render comes in. We'll get a little more animation with the text. This is just one layer I'm working with. Let's take a look at the other one.
Mhm.
This one's a little closer. And
I see just the scrubbing that you're doing there.
yeah, it's not too bad.
It's not bad at all. Now imagine that way faster.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's coming so close. Okay, wait. Another question from My Raging Toe. GTX 980, i7 on a PC, and a MacBook with no GPU. Would I be okay on the go with a MacBook Pro? How much is performance in AE due to GPU? You barely use AE. If there was, yes. MacBook Pro. Would I be okay on the go? I believe the answer is no. No, that's not entirely true. I was just rhyming. So I guess it really depends what you're doing. And when you say no GPU, I mean there's some GPU in there, but you mean it's just there's like anything. I mean if you've got a GPU that only has a dedicated gig on the card, I mean you should really it's still probably okay. Just really depending on what you're trying to do. The ray trace 3D renderer, if that's what you wind up using in After Effects, which most people actually don't.
Not too much. No. Very rarely. Yeah.
You're not going to take a huge performance hit just for doing, even basic 3D animated text and things in After Effects, even if you never went to C4D, because you'll still be able to use likely OpenGL for many things, and certainly navigating around the UI should be close.
Some people prefer using a third-party plugin like Element 3D. I'll mention it because a lot of people use it. Usually the question will come up. I'm surprised it hasn't come up yet. Why don't you just do this in Element 3D? You can. So you have that option. That's totally a great option. I love that program. The text and the 3D stuff that it makes looks amazing. It has a look to it that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
And
it's an Andrew Kramer fave of choice.
Right. Yeah, he did us a huge solid with that.
Yes, he did. Right. Totally. DB Thump is asking again the PC specs. So Core i5.
It's an i5. Yep.
16 gigs of RAM in here.
It's 8. So we're a little low. This is my
8.
My travel laptop.
What?
Well, I would like to put some more in there, but
Okay, so that shot. So I actually thought you were going to surprise me and go, oh no, it's 32. Okay, so case in point, 8 gigs of RAM. I mean, that's kind of shocking.
We did it.
You did it.
We did it.
So yeah, i5 with 8 gigs. I mean, you're kind of seeing it here. I can tell you my typical spec is either in a MacBook Pro 16 gigs with the NVIDIA 750M, which has 2 gigs of dedicated VRAM, or on the HP side, it's an i7, also with 16, with a very small SSD. And it has one of the earlier NVIDIA 2000M or 3000M. I don't even remember the amount of VRAM. Both suitable, but geez, I mean, this is pretty rocking. Again, just seeing what you were doing in C4D there with all of that going on, impressive.
Yeah, so you can do that. I mean, it's some people ask me, will this work on my computer? Maybe you're not confident with the specs of your computer and you're wondering if it's going to work. I think it'll work. I think it's a little bit slower. 8 is on my computers at home. I like 64.
I was gonna say you got to be at least 64 for sure, right? And that's a tower, and you're expanding.
Yeah, because you can use that memory.
Right.
Some people say you don't need that much
No,
memory.
you
That's
absolutely
crazy.
no.
You can fill it all up.
You can fill it all up, and just to kind of throw that in there, the shared RAM architecture of the Adobe CC apps, very brilliantly done because
Yeah.
you can adjust the amount of RAM per app in focus, leaving a set amount of RAM for the background applications. It's very well done. It's funny. Yeah, My Raging Toe is saying you're breaking Moore's law. You're proving it wrong with your laptop. One digital Nomad, 16 gigs is a must. I mean, it's a standard. And I will say for video, it's funny. For video over even this kind of motion graphics, I mean, 16, especially if you're working in 4K, 16 is really, again, it's kind of the baseline.
Yeah.
Whereas, yeah, like C4D, yep, super memory efficient, and it's amazingly impressive on here. So, yeah, oh my God, dude, that's incredible. I mean, and that's really a testament to like how well these apps can be open together using RAM and still functioning
Sure, I've got
smoothly.
all kinds of stuff. This is how I roll. I have all kinds of windows open. I got my browser open in Cinema 4D
Right.
and After Effects. And
The other thing to keep in mind here too, and this goes for Premiere as well as, oh, take care, Paulina. Thanks for joining us. Good night. You don't have to do all of your animation, scrubbing, and everything in full quality. In fact, now it looks like you're in half, right?
yeah, so we went down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just
And you're at
viewing
50%
at 50%.
view. Yeah.
So I'm looking at it, I can see what I'm looking for is contrast and stuff. I feel like I can see that at this zoom.
Mm-hmm.
And you can turn it down to make it go a little faster. And I notice when you're working with particle systems and other things that do get a little bit CPU and memory intensive, if you really want to scrub at max speed, you can bring it down. I've even gone into the custom thing.
Oh,
and tried
yeah,
to
you
do
can do
some
1/8. I mean, you 1/16, which you'll also see in Premiere Pro in the Mercury playback, fractional playback and pause settings, depending upon your format. Certainly, if you're in 6K or above, you'll actually see options to not only go to 1/8 res, but to 1/16. And just to clarify, that isn't creating some kind of low bit depth version of your file. You're just basically seeing less pixels on screen. That's ultimately what it is.
less to render.
Less to render. And looking forward to Lumetri and AE, yes. Well, now Lumetri is already in there now, You've got Lumetri in there today. There are new things coming, including GPU-accelerated Lumetri in the next version of After Effects. But After Effects today already has the Lumetri color panel that you have in Premiere Pro. Also, someone was asking, why does AE not have scopes in a panel like Premiere? So, again, Lumetri panel, started in Premiere, brought it over to AE. This next version of Premiere that's coming out in summertime, totally modified scopes. More resolution, more definition, dimmable, or you can brighten them as well. We stole that from SpeedGrade. You will very likely see those at some point coming to, we had to get the engine in there first, the Lumetri panel. So it's not unlikely that you may eventually see some of that stuff come over to After Effects.
If you guys haven't seen the way Beatlejase uses the panels on his stream, you've got to check it out. I want to do mine, how he does his. He's got all of his analysis.
thanks,
It
dude.
looks
Yes.
so cool.
Part of that is just because it does look cool, but I do use the analysis. I talk about that a lot,
Well,
right?
you can see it. When you run the analysis, you might see things
Right.
that you didn't see.
You
on
wouldn't
the
actually
screen.
see viewing the color of the image or something. Yeah. Oh.
I want to learn how to use it.
Yeah, dude. The scopes are, and that's the funny thing is, I didn't use them before, sort of, in SpeedGrade. I never really used them in Premiere because they weren't as accurate. They didn't have as much definition, and I guess the color tools made it less necessary for me because I wasn't doing a lot of grading prior to the Lumetri color panel.
Cool.
So yeah, now it makes a huge difference though. Let's see. I just saw another question there. Who's Lester Render? Lester Render. That's good. Good one. Sai, do you do all of your work on your own or do you have a team? A team of minions.
Yes, I have a team of minions. They do all of my rendering and
What's
stuff.
up, ladder?
No,
Yeah, right. No, sorry.
no, I
Despicable
wish.
me.
No. I just. I think most, freelance artists are a one-man gig for the most part. But I do collaborations and I invite collaborations. I think it's a great question because if you have a cool idea or something, we might be able to work together on it, and we can make a team at any time depending on what our goal is.
Very cool. Bianca I'm learning way too much. Acro Guy, hey, how are you? Oh yes, and as CBR says, Audition's got a similar panel in the spirit of Lumetri coming. All the best stuff at your fingertips, single slider, but you still have all of the super nerd geek options. Angie Taylor, whom I mentioned yesterday on the stream, who's taught me After Effects, used to say that Audition is kind of like the After Effects for audio. Because if you actually go into the parameters of most of the effects, the UI isn't necessarily beautiful. It's a lot of numerical fields and, it's like super techy, But that also means that you can really dial in, and we talked about this too, a very transparent sound. So whether you're dithering, converting, or adding EQ or other processes, and that's part of why we work in 32-bit float there as well, is that you want to preserve the original integrity of the audio, and you're sort of adding things on top of it, but you have all this latitude.
You got the room to work.
You've got the room to work. That's it. Yeah. So cool.
Yeah.
Super, super duper.
Speaking of the different programs, I kind of feel like After Effects is, I always say it's like the Photoshop of video. And it's just because, that reminds me, because just the way the layers arrange, they don't work like this. They do in Premiere.
Right.
But,
but
in Premiere, you
right.
can make them all just on one layer if you wanted to.
If you want, yep.
But here you can't really do that. Every time you split the layer, and you can split the layer, we're going to do a little bit of that. As we split some, get into the editing, you can edit just fine in After Effects. You have to have another layer.
Yeah.
And it reminds me a lot. And the effects that I'm using too, they look a lot like Photoshop.
Yep.
The way they're in the menus and stuff like that.
And we talked about that too, right? I mean, how sort of if you understand Photoshop, and if you've ever tried to animate in Photoshop, which the animation timeline and the way that it works, even the icons for keyframing were taken from After Effects. If you kind of understand that and understand a PSD, you can do, I used to say, I don't speak for anybody else, that After Effects was kind of like Photoshop on speed, it's just like, it's moving. Because really the file structure, the way things work, many of the effects, whether it's curves or other things, even selecting colors and things like that, when a lot of this stuff wasn't in Premiere at the time, there's a lot of similarity here. And I wouldn't say it's an easy transition, but if you already have sort of animation on your mind, it makes a lot of sense that it works, and that it works natively with PSD to begin with. So.
I'll be honest, I'm a little more comfortable, I think, in After Effects than I am in Photoshop. And I think probably majority of people are opposite.
Yeah.
I actually do a lot. I'll do some still image editing in After Effects.
Even probably still image compositing here, I imagine, too, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's well, for YouTube, I make, I'll make a thumbnail.
Right.
And I just, I make the video and it's already there. I just have a thumbnail maker in After Effects, which you can download on my website.
Oh, cool.
By the way, that's downloadable.
So, and having said that, so I'm the same. I only composite here. I never do it in Photoshop. And in particular, so we have the green screen effect in here. Why is that name escaping me right now? Key light.
Key light. Yeah.
Key light. And a year ago, we introduced a new preset with 2 new effects that will allow you to treat the edges. Why am I forgetting the name of these things? This is some of the stuff where I'm actually going to show on Throwback Thursday, which is tomorrow. But you can find it in the effects and presets menu.
Like
I'm forgetting the name off the top of my head. Yes. Yes, Advanced Spill Suppressor. That was it.
Spill Suppressor.
So, and we have this stacked effect in your effects and presets there. And yes, it's very easy to key out green screen stuff, especially for a still in Photoshop, but it's a little bit more manual, right? Here, key light, especially if you kind of know key light, which I've been using on video, I do, and using the spill suppressor. And and refine soft matte. That was the one I was thinking of, which we introduced 2 years ago. Especially if you've got sort of, for hair, right? Hair is the bane of anyone's existence on a green screen. Advanced Spill Suppressor, Refine Soft Matte, and Key Light make it so easy. So I will typically do, if I've got to do something where I'm keying stuff out, I do it in here on stills. Yeah.
It works better. It really does.
Yeah, and for us, I mean, I don't doubt that Rufus, Terry, and Paul would, kick my butt doing it in Photoshop, but I feel more comfy here.
Yeah, you can do it in both. But,
and that's kind of the nice thing, too, is you can. You could do it in Premiere, too, for that matter, if you wanted. I mean, we've got a native green screen key, which we took from a former application known as Ultra. In fact, the effect is called Ultra Keyer in Premiere Pro.
Cool. It makes me want to key something.
Right, yes. Quick, Rufus, get on the green screen. We need to key something. Admiral Shane, you're 42 years old, getting flashbacks, thinking about, oh, Image Ready. Remember Image Ready, Terry?
I do.
Do you miss it?
I don't.
He does. Ben and me. Oh, God. Memory lane. That's right. Yes. Will I be tickling the ivories or leaving it to the last 8 minutes? No, I will not. So, in fact, let's see. What time do we have? Oh, we missed our half-hour mark. You know what time it is, Synapse?
What time is it?
It's time for another giveaway.
What?
What?
Let's do it.
Giveaway hype. That's right. Chat. Before we roll it, you need to make us feel it. Do you want it? If you
Chat.
want it, you really, really want it.
Come on, chat. Let's do this. Let's see some hype.
Let's see some hype. This is a free year of CC. Okay. Hype, 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 hype. More. Come on.
To win, you must type hype in the chat. Actually, that's not actually.
No,
part of it.
right, that isn't entirely true. Let's just be right. That's
It's
very
not
clear.
part of the rules,
Hype,
but-
all right, it's happening. More. Give it to me. Oh, I see. Hot dog person.
Yeah, type it in anyway. Just do it.
Come on.
There you go.
All right. That is
Yeah,
all right.
nice.
The people are here. They are speaking. Tonks, you want it. You really, really want it. Hype, 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 hype. Okay. So let's roll it. We're going to have Paul do it.
Let's see who's going to be
It's
the
going
winner.
to fall on Paul.
All right, which means everybody's gonna hate me except for one person.
Except for one.
And as
Oh, this is cool.
The winner is...
look, we have Cronan 01.
Cronin 01.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You
Yeah.
must speak up.
What?
Is there going to be confetti?
Oh, the confetti.
It will be.
That's right. Give us a- oh, yeah. What is that?
Just a dude.
Is there
dancing.
audio playing behind it too?
Yeah, well, there should be here.
That's frightening me, dude. What's
It's
going
next
on?
level giveaway.
Yeah, I know. That's more.
I hadn't
like,
seen that. You really kind of freaked me out. I'm like, where did that come from? Whoops. All right.
Do we see him yet?
Did we see
Yes.
Cronin? Oh, there he
He's
is.
here.
Yes. Oh, you won one last month. Ah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cronin. So you know what?
Wow.
You know what?
That is so generous.
Twitch community. See?
Yeah.
This is what we were talking about.
That's cool, man.
That's super cool, dude. Good things to you, and forever and beyond. All right? Sending love, sending vibes. That's amazing. Oh, that's amazing. You know,
It's considered. I feel there's going to be
Feel
two
the
winners
love.
here.
you know
today.
what? Yeah, humanity.
Humanity wins.
I'm getting all
And we
sweaty.
We want you to be part of Creativity 360.
There we are. I rolled again.
Okay, we rolled again.
And the winner is
Giganzo?
Giganzo.
Giganzo.
Giganzo. I see Giganzo in there. Nice.
So you gotta say, I won.
I won. Paul is. Were you jumping back
I was
there?
trying to do
Paul
a
was.
handstand.
Paul's doing a handstand for you.
Did you know he could handstand?
Sabado.
You didn't know that.
Gigante.
Assuming their name pops up.
He actually.
Ganzo, yay.
Giganzo. Yay. All right.
Congratulations.
Very cool. Again, Cronin, super cool. Really, that's awesome. And thanks for sharing the love on the chat today. All right, so we've got two more opportunities to
There's
win
gonna
again.
be there's gonna be more
we
giveaways.
got, we got
so
two
stay
more.
tuned.
Okay.
Paul actually, I just want to say real quick, he actually handstands in the back behind the camera while people are live on the stream, and I kept telling him you need to do that on the other side of the camera. Yeah, pretty much constantly he's like walking back and forth, handstanding back
I
there.
try to distract you, man.
Sometimes we come to the office and Paul is just doing a handstand. And there's nobody even here. I mean, it's just, which isn't really safe, quite frankly.
It's very weird.
Particularly when they're doing a lot of construction around here, scaffolding. But you still do it. That's how you get damn guns, evidently. You know?
Let's go get it started.
John Charlie Designs, thank you very much. It's Mir. Thank you, it's Mir. That's very cool.
Paul do backflip over.
Sandlock, do a flip over now. All right, Paul, do a flip over now. Go. They're demanding, Paul. Handstand, confetti, everything.
I'll walk on my hands maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow? All right.
Yeah.
Paul, do backflips or riot? Kickback Thursday, back in the day. Very nice, Paul Weaver. That was just a trick to make me say back in the day, wasn't it? Okay. Paul's doing handstands in his sleep. Yes, Raging Toe, I believe that's probably true. All right. Lenio's loving what you're doing, Cy. Renzi says to Paul, do it with no shirt. Okay.
That's getting weird.
That's getting weird.
And
Just do it. Do it. Star Girl, thank you so much. We will see you tomorrow. All right, so I think maybe if this is a good time, I'll let you kind of continue working here. We'll keep your screen on screen. Got a little 2-up. I think you saw it before.
Nice.
And I'm going to move over here and start. I'll let you guys hear. I didn't really get to record. You heard like 2 seconds, then we were having some audio feedback issues. I'm going to start composing some of the music to this. Now, this may change because, I was thinking about it last night. I know we were saying sometimes you're animating to the music, sometimes, you're composing to the animation. I'm actually kind of feeling the latter a little bit because I had some cool ideas, but actually I don't know. I wanted to see more because I could see where you were going with like the lighting and the motion and kind of some of the angles. And it was kind of making me think of different things. So I'll let you hear a little bit of what I laid down yesterday, and we'll lay down some new stuff as well. And then, but I may dump all of it and just redo it.
cool.
Once we see this moving a little bit more. Sure. So, okay, so I'm gonna let you work, and we're gonna bounce over here. We've got a camera over here, and I've got the chat over here as well. So, let's see. I want to make the chat bigger so I can. Oh, and you know what, Paul? And this is mic 1. It might be muted.
Looks like you're good.
It looks like okay. If you're hearing me on
And
there.
then the piano is number.
Yes. So let's here. Oh, and I need I need headphones too. Hold on. Yeah, 4 is the music and the keyboard's 5, 6. Okay. Ooh, you know what? I think I need power. Okay.
On like bring out the hype train. I made a 10-hour hype train video yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, I figured out how to make 10-hour YouTube videos in 5 minutes.
Ooh.
So
I want to know more.
I find them obnoxious and annoying, and I couldn't wait to make one.
You couldn't wait to make one, right? All right. So I'm just loading up Audition here, and we'll pull open the session that I started. So maybe we'll just play this back. Now, again, this is kind of an idea at the end of the day, and I was kind of singing to all of you some of the proposed beat, the proposed rhythm I was thinking of. So here was the drum track first. Okay, so I'll play this back, and I was doing it. I had the click on here. I'll turn the metronome off for the moment. You have to kind of envision the text. Okay. So now I didn't get a chance to again really do much in terms of music. I did add a pair of stereo wah clavinets. You heard me playing them this morning. I was kind of doing a riff on Stevie Wonder, Superstition. So this is what the clavs sound like. All right, and I don't know if that's like too retro-y, but here's what it sounds like with the drums.
You guys feel free to give your feedback as you hear it and see it. I can't actually hear it.
So, okay. So I don't know, do we like that at all? Tell me. I could say, not really. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Groovy. Thank you, Deadeye. Ross the Burn, is the whole room like a big green screen? No, just the back here. And this wall gets painted pretty frequently. Tonks digs it. Okay, thank you, Tonks. Maybe more synthy drums. I was kind of thinking the same switch core. Drum hype, stay fristy, right on.
Hey, Switchcore, what's up?
Steezy Dab, not digging it. Fair enough. Okay, I'm kind of with you there. It does need to be more epic to reflect Psynaps. Now again, you're only hearing 2 instruments, so the instrumentation will be embellished. Just the actual groove, I just wasn't sure. Jan Erik likes it. Itzmir liked it. CBR was also expecting something a little more techno. Again, if you're hearing it so stripped down, but I'm thinking it kind of needs something else. Drums are kind of lame. Okay, put some bango in it. Okay, techno or ambient rhythmic. Yeah, I think it needs to be faster. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start. First of all, let me just see how's the volume on this. Is it too loud? Too soft? You guys hearing me okay?
Cool, we can do a different color for 360 possibly.
It's too quiet?
Banjo, nice.
Okay. Okay, still too soft, Paul, they say. All right. Better. Okay, Pam Vargas, getting a heart from that. Steezy, right? I think that would be cool with some synthy drums and some like mogy, fat, dirty sounding, nasty leads. It's got to start making up words. If you just play that, only you could get it. Interesting. Crank it up to 11. It doesn't match the genre of metal. Well, you're hearing it on piano. I don't mean the piano. I just mean like chord-wise. Yeah, I think it's gonna work. All right, let's try it. Let me pull out some synths. So, but I just want to know if the volume is okay. Okay, so we're gonna multi-track the whole thing here. That's the idea. You're just hearing bits and pieces. I will typically start with drums, but I want to just kind of find a lead sound
cool.
that might be nice. So let me just switch over. I was playing with sounds earlier today. Yep, some Mogi Moog, Steezy Dab, you are singing my song right there. All right, so let's find one. So we're going to open up a couple of different instruments here. And Paul, because the mic is kind of far away from me, you know, I'm even thinking, I think we have a stand, a static stand. Maybe we should, maybe we should get that. All right, I'll grab it in a minute. Okay. Let's see what else we got for synths. Echo. So we're going to pull up some vintage ones here. Some Mini Moog. You guys feeling that? Man, that's bassy. That's not quite dirty enough for me. That's called Dirty Mini Moog bass, and this is a Mini Moog Mini Moog simulation through Native Instruments Contact, being fed directly into Adobe Audition, so that's what you're hearing there. Let's try this one. You like that? Okay. How's the volume
Cool.
for people? You digging it? Now some heavy bass. 180 BPM, Zenlock? All right, well, let's hear what that
Hey,
would sound
Zenlock, what's
that's
up?
That's pretty fast. Do halftime at 90. Let's move this for a second here. So let me change this. So I'm going to save these. Yeah, so we're going to ditch. This is what I was just saying, Sai, right? We're going to ditch everything I did yesterday, which wasn't anything. It's 3 stinking tracks. Stinking, stupid tracks. It's
Something will
nothing.
happen.
It's nothing.
That I do know.
Yep, it's nothing. Okay, so we're going to go to 180. Just so you guys can hear 180. This is what 180 sounds like. That's really, really fast. I don't know if I can play it that fast. So we're going to make this mini mode bass. We'll do a new drum track here. I'm going to set our inputs. Paul Weaver, sorry if that was too loud. Tell me anyone else if you're thinking it's too loud, okay? And I'll have Paul
Let's check this one out.
make the audio adjustments. Okay, so let me just play that. It's so fast, Psynaps.
I can't
gonna-
actually hear it. I just hear the keyboard just like.
Yeah, you hear me banging on it. Oh my god. Okay. It's so loud. I am jamming my socks off. I almost took Corey out back here. My arms were flailing. Okay, oh, I'm getting the idea. Kind of staccato beginning. So 8-bit, right? Party time. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. We got it. Let's see. I work hands and you caught me out. It's okay now. Okay, sorry for that, Paul. All right. Reminds me of Ross playing music in Friends. I don't remember that. Don't stop. Okay. Yeah, that's Ross. That was Corey. All right. So you guys dig? Should that be it? And Psynaps can't hear it. So this is going to be... Actually, no one else can... Only Paul can hear it.
It's gonna be a surprise.
Shared my headphones.
All right, so this may take me a couple takes to get right, just because it's so fast. And because I, by design, play everything and don't sequence, well, we'll just know when we get it. We'll know when we hit it. I'm putting a little limiter on there, so I don't blow anybody out listening. Okay. Wow, so that's very intense and fast. Who suggested 180 again? Oh, Paul, they're asking if you can put me back on screen.
Yeah, you're in the lower corner. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe if you want to do the side-by-side apps, can we do that too? Do Audition and After Effects together?
Oh.
I mean, oh, you don't have my computer plugged in. That could be why. Duh. Okay. Sorry, dudes. I didn't know. Redness Warrior. I'm not going to read that, but I shall try. Okay? We need another handstand. All right. Damn, Daniel, says Renzi22. Love that reference. Zanlock, you suggested it. All right. Dude, fast. Fast and furious. Okay, we ready? Here we go. Let's do this. In the words of Chet Baker, let's just take it. Let me just see. I just want to see how long that was. That was pretty in time, by the way. So if we do time selection, we need 10 seconds, right? Okay, so that's 5 seconds. Okay, so I can do it twice. Cool. That's what I need to know. All right.
Fast and Furious. Request for Bach.
Really?
Some Bach cello.
Rock cello. All right, so let's see how long that was. I think I may have gone too long on that, but let's see. Oh, I didn't go long enough. I went too long.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, something comes out really long and it's hard to shorten it. I think
Yeah.
that's the hardest thing. It's easy to produce something, some length. Sometimes I think it's easier
Yep.
to create, but really shrinking it down because you want it all and you don't want to take parts out, but
Indeed.
you have to. It's a challenge.
Oh, okay. So here, this is 10 seconds. So it looks like this is going to be 4 or 8 bars. Okay, so now I know what I need to do. Fine. Garbage. Forget that take. Terrible. Who cares? All right. One more time. That's the winner. I'll keep it, Golden Goku. Thank you. Melting dem keys. This isn't mine either. And being a piano player, and Switchcore says the tone sounds beveled. So fitting. Oh, excellent.
Nice.
This is total tingles, Pam. Ooh, even at 180. Pam, you're so used to me doing stuff so slow. This is what I love this. I love this because like I would never have suggested that, and I so appreciate this. What is that noise, DB Thump? Take it from the top. Splooper. That's exactly what we're gonna do. Oh, I need the metronome on. Okay.
I'm doing some time remapping.
Nope. Hold on. Hair's getting my face. No. Yes, yes.
No, it's not coming.
All right. Let's see. If the timing on that was good, if that was our 10 seconds, then I think we're good to go.
Yeah, do that.
And if we have to edit from there, that's fine too. Perfect. It's 12 seconds with the fade, and we can shorten that up. Perfect. So let's take a listen back to that.
You did not. We're just
Oh, we got to replug it in?
that's.
Okay.
See if that.
Is it showing up now?
Well, now COM3 is a cam. Oh, I know what. No, it shouldn't matter.
Let me see if we're sending out HDMI. Hold on, friends. We're just checking our... yeah. I'm seeing the black magic.
COM3 is coming up as a video
Yeah.
camera, not a computer.
And it's mirrored.
But I don't see.
Check rear camera to see what that's coming up
Zanlock says that was sick.
That's it.
as. Okay. So
Switch.
Zilligan says last one's a good one. And Ziggity first says, holy moly, nailed it. I nailed it.
That's good. That'll do. Good job, guys. I'm watching,
Nice.
I'm watching my body on the playback. God. It's good. Okay.
It's part of the process.
And now. So we got it? Oh, right on. Okay. Sweet.
Sweet.
Zanlock, I'm forever grateful. Redness. Melissa Grover. Awesome. Don't seize out, Renzi. We're good. Sometimes you gotta, you gotta feel. All right. So that's the take right there. So what's cool about this, and this is why I talk about when you're recording with a metronome, we can convert the time scale here to reflect bars and beats. And does my zoom work in there, Paul, when I'm zooming? Oh, it is. Yeah, I see it.
yeah.
Cool. So by converting it to bars and beats, right now I have a very clear picture of where the 1 is, of where the downbeat is. And you can see, right, now we're down to like sample level here, but as a human, you can see that I'm actually a little bit ahead of 1. But that amount it's really almost at the end of 1 because I'm going blah, blah, so I'm sliding into it. So in fact, also by design. So that's awesome. So what I can do, so I can kind of get rid of all this other stuff and slide this into position. I'm going to give myself what's known as 2 bars outside. That's an old jazz term. So that means I'm going to give myself like 2 bars of lead in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, so that I can overdub to it. So I'm simply going to turn on snapping, and I'll snap to the ruler coarse. Okay? And I'll grab the edge here. I'm going to snap this to, we start it at 45. So to give myself 2 bars, I'll snap this to 43. Okay, I won't worry that I played something there. In fact, I can even just add a keyframe here and drop this down so it's silent. Okay, let's get rid of those older takes. Drag this in. And in fact, let's just get rid of all that other garbage too. We don't need any of these old tracks here. All right, get rid of this one. Renzi, I'm still hearing you say, "Don't seize out, man." That I took that one a little far. I did. I almost strangled myself in my headphone cord. So, it's wise advice. Oh, what's my?
Sometimes you just gotta do it.
What is my hair looking like now? Okay.
Let nature take place.
Let nature take place. All right. So, dramatic bass, bars and beats zoom. Oh, nice. Sweet. Slide it in, says Rashnesh. Can you make the text melt and disappear at the end? That's for you, Psynaps. How do you reduce the noise of an audio? What kind of noise, Pipato999, are you referring to?
Melt and disappear. Nice.
I don't know. My dock is crowded. I'll minimize it so it's not in the way. All right. So now we got to find the drums that we want. Okay. Drums are a very important part of this. And hey, and you know what, Roof? What time do we have? Oh, it's almost giveaway time.
Giveaway time?
It's almost giveaway time. Okay, let's do this. We got to find a drum kit first, though. So let's get rid of all this other stuff. I have a whole bunch of synths and things loaded in here that I'm not going to use.
Magic.
So get rid of that. Get rid of that. And get rid of that. I think we're going to go kind of electronic-y and synthy. I think that was a good move. So as far as drums go, are you thinking sort of full-on electronic drums too? Let's see, I've got an 808, a 909, a CR78, a Lin drum, and a DMX. Oh, they're getting their hype together. Is it time? Should we just do?
Let's see some hype in the chat for the
Seeing
giveaway.
hype in the chat.
No
Hype,
hype,
double,
no
double.
giveaway.
Hype taco, hype nachos. Don't say tacos and nachos. You're making me hungry now.
It's better than
You're hyping hungry. I know. I'm hyping hungry too. Oh, Roof, it is so cool right now, dude, because you are standing in front of my interface on the green screen there. It looks awesome.
Right?
And now you just walked behind Synapse's interface. Oh, and you know what I should do? I'm going to do what, so you guys can see the offset between, because we both use our UI, we make our UI really dark. Here, I'll brighten mine up, Synapse, so there's kind of a,
Oh, I
yeah.
can darken mine. Just
yeah,
get
no, it's fine. You do what you're doing.
dark is good.
I will change mine. I have to remember where the brightness is. No, data, no. Sample conversion, time display. Oh my god, I haven't adjusted this in so long. I don't remember where it is. I don't remember where it is.
Everybody go to your brightness settings. Try to match our values.
Appearance.
Oh,
Okay.
it says mine is all the way dark. But
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's all the way dark. Looks like
how's
it just has
this?
A little bit.
Is this better? It's a little brighter. I'm just trying to. So ours are offset now.
Use gradients.
It's gonna take a second for it to update in the chat. All right. So what do you guys think? 808, 909. I don't think 808 is gonna be dirty. Now we can dirty it up. That's the thing, is that we can dirty up the drums after the fact. So. Yeah, and that's the fun. I know Jan Eric's like, I'm spazzing out. I'm almost choking myself on the chord. I'm going crazy behind you, and you just hear me banging on the keyboard. Synapse. You still haven't heard one note of what I've done.
No.
So here, let's just see. This is an 808. I think this. Oh, it's channel 9. Sorry. Okay. It's going to be E4. Here. Nope, I did it again. Messed up. Oh, no, I'm D3. Some of that here, as a matter of fact. Have any, I do like the bass. I'll go in at the end. Blanca likes that. let's lay that down real fast, and then we will do some giveaway hype.
Oh yeah.
All right. So do we like this? We'll lay it down and we can check it out later. All right. Oh yeah, double basses, totally, dude. Well, again, now we could dirty this up in the in Audition. Try and play it first, though, just to kind of. I got to play along with myself. That is a musical term, not a euphemism. Oh God, it's fast. Okay. Bring that way down. That's enough for one take right now. Let's put the mics back on. You got to be careful what you say on the web, right? Jan Eric just quoted me there. Very good. Okay. We have mics back on, PT?
Yep.
All right. Woo. Reminds me of a children's song that I've written called Sweaty Spaghetti. Do you want to know how it goes?
Can you definitely do a little bit of that one? Yep.
It's really low voiced. It starts out, sweaty spaghetti, cold, hot, and sweaty. Sweaty spaghetti, why don't you wiggle on down, 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 down. There you go. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Thank you. Sweaty Spaghetti. Acapella. All right. So, Paul, are we rolling it?
We shall.
Let's roll it.
Giveaway time?
Damn, dude. Damn, Daniel.
I might have jumped ahead
You
and
might have-
put some lens flares.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Oh, I wish there was a way. I guess I could. I'm gonna have to plug you in. Was Sai able to hear any of that at all?
I heard some bits.
Yeah, I
Some
heard
bits,
some
okay.
pan in him.
All right.
And
Raza 1-2.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Raza 1-2.
Nice.
Nice, nice, nice. Sweaty hype.
JJ
Gotta
Psynaps has
hear from
arrived.
you.
No. Please no.
Say
I don't
something.
have a sweat. That's pretty good. I expected this to be a sopping wet mess by now.
Which is always dangerous when you wear gray.
It is dangerous. I know, totally, right? You never
We
know.
all-
You never know with gray. All right. Sweaty hype. Yeah.
Raza 1-2, congratulations.
Did we see?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Sweet. There he is. Raza 1-2.
Thank you.
All right.
Yay.
So again, yeah, we've got one more opportunity to win tonight. So so I let you keep working. I'll keep laying down some. Okay, and then we'll listen. We'll put the cans on together so you can kind of envision.
Yeah, and then we'll change it a
And
little
then
bit.
we'll change it up. Yep.
Cool.
So I'm gonna give myself. It's 5:25. All right, I'll give myself 15 more minutes. Lay down at least one or two more drum tracks because I think that one was kind of, and we'll see what other kind of instrumentation we want to put on there, and then we'll take a look and listen with Psynaps and.
You could literally walk right up to the track if you like. We're gonna lay down some tracks.
Oh,
right
yeah.
here, and then here.
Dude,
so I'm gonna
that's-
go get the tracks.
That's really cool. Although,
Right?
I wonder, is that going to work with my
yeah, you're
head?
able to, oh man.
Is my head? Oh, my head. I'm in there.
Yeah, you are
Nice.
slightly chopped off.
Oh, I'm behind the UI though.
Yeah, you would just lose that camera. So close.
Oh, so
I'm
close.
shorter.
All right. Yeah, it's all right. Oh, that's what it was.
Tracks here.
I see.
and then
I
here.
see. Okay. All right. So let's keep laying down some. Makonnen 5. How do you enter the Adobe CC giveaway? You just have to be here. You got to be active in the chat, and you must be present in the chat when we call your name. If you can't be here to claim, then we got to roll again.
Because you're late.
Can we get Sai a shot of whiskey stat? Me too, Switchcore. Hello.
Yeah. why
Switchcore,
just
thank you for
in?
looking out for me, man.
Really? I mean, come on, you know? All right. All right. Okay. Also, sing Bubblecano for us too. Oh, Paul. All right, I will sing Bubblecano before the day is out. All right. So, thank you, CBR. Minority Report AE. Very nice. Okay. Back over here. All right. So. Let's try it again. Keep my mic on, number 1, just so that I have this. This one won't, I mean, it'll have some noise, but that's okay. Just so
Yeah.
that they can hear me talking. All right, let's try that again. So I'm going to go kind of minimal on the drums in the beginning, and then we'll kick them in. Okay. That was all right, but I kind of went a bit long. So let's do one more. And that, I believe, is our take. Let's take a listen. Okay. All right, sweet. Now the drums by themselves there, I think, I think these can be augmented, but I do like the no twerking. I'd like to see someone twerk at 180 beats per minute.
That's not allowed on Twitch, by the way. No twerking allowed. No twerking. You can't twerk.
Okay,
the
go
rules.
crazy on the drums, man. All right, let's try one of these other kits. Let's see what those sound like. Let's try the 909 while we're at it. Okay, that's going to be on channel 3. So, again, not uncommon to stack multiple kits. Oh, 2. What's wrong with me? Can't read. E3. It's going to be your new alarm sound. Ooh, there we go. That could be perfect. Okay, let me play along with it and see. try one. So call this 909 kit. It does sound pretty cool. I like it.
Adjustment there.
You heard stack multiple kids. See, and I could even do a track. Right, you've heard that so much in
like
dance,
that.
right? You're jumping
Yeah,
already, right?
I was.
That really might work with kind of for the end. Okay, it's hard because the keyboard actually is not as responsive as my fingers want to be. And I will say that is kind of one of the unfortunate things with a lot of these current sort of USB keyboard controllers is that they don't have the release attack. So it almost doesn't recover fast enough. But where's the drop? Okay. So banjo, Renzi. Ooh. You know, I don't even know if I have a banjo sample with me. That could be kind of cool. Oh, and Jan Erik, your heightened ASMR is kicking in big time with the stream. Nice. Ooh, that could be nice. Okay. Let's try this. I'm going to record another track of that. I think I'm only going to do the snare on this. Flazzle. Okay, let's do that again. And again, we can work with EQ to do some weird things with this. Okay. All right, so we got that down. And I think I'll actually lay another kit, a full kit of 909 just to have it as a backup. We may not even use this. It may not get used at all, but I think this could be kind of cool. All right. And then we got to put a little bit of melody on there, and then we're going to go back to Synapse. And I'll work on this partially tomorrow during the day, I guess. Kit full, okay?
We are seeing your screen, Synapse. It looks really sweet.
Cool. Thank
Yeah,
you for the
people are-
feedback, man.
People are freaking.
The lens flare, you think lens flares are cheesy? No, freaking sweet.
They're pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm trying to, harness the powers of old JJ and bring them into this.
Sweet, like it.
So, our Hulligan 12 is asking, what am I using to make music in Audition? You can't get your MIDI controller to work. So I'm actually, and you can't see it, but so I have a separate machine here, which is just running Native Instruments Contact. So this is where all the samples are coming from. And the controller is going through the sound card to control those samples. Out of this sound card, which you're seeing here, this is feeding another sound card into another laptop via audio. So that's what I was saying earlier. There's no MIDI here. Everything is played live. So that's why I was saying to play this at 180 BPM, I have to get it right. But because I'm playing it against a metronome, because it's cut against the bar line, it makes it easy to shift things around to edit stuff. So so that's it. But yeah, this is not MIDI. We're actually recording live digital audio as opposed to MIDI notes. And sadly, Audition doesn't have MIDI today. It did up until about Audition 3, which is CS3, which is a long, long time ago. So hopefully we get it back again. But yeah, that's the difference. Yeah, Audition unfortunately doesn't support MIDI at the moment. Let's do one.
Oops.
Okay. All right, so we got something in the form of drums going on there. Now we need some kind of synthy, or maybe it's not synth. Maybe it's some kind of natural sound. What do you guys hear as far as other accompaniment? I mean, it is all kind of electronic now, so it could be some other sound. We don't want it too buzzy because the bass is super buzzy, and we're gonna thicken that up supremely. But we're gonna want something that kind of fits. So what do you think? IB Wizard. If I had used GarageBand, though, it wouldn't be played by a human. Right? And that's the difference. A fluttery flute in the background. Revenge of the Nerds type clapping. Interesting. Rufus is capturing 360, that is correct.
Yeah, that is really cool. There's a 360 rig here. Make sure you guys check
Banjo.
on Facebook and
All right,
also on the
Renzi, I'm
Adobe
gonna see if
Twitter
I've got banjo in here.
to see some of those behind the scenes.
I might. I don't know. I don't have my whole arsenal of instruments. I've only got guitars. Jazz flute. That's shocking.
Jazz
Okay.
flute.
Well, let's see. I was not expecting that. Should we do just like regular metal flute or piccolo? Beatbox.
I'm gonna take a look too.
Can I play it one more time? Yes. All right, I just pulled up the flute here. Let's see. We're going to be on channel 3 here, so this is going to be F3.
Tracks.
A sitar. I like that. The flute's kind of sweet. I don't know if it's gonna. It might be too sweet because this is pretty dirty, and I'd like contrast, but it might be a little too sweet, a little too soft. Because I do have kind of overblown. All right, let's take a listen again here, without the click. And just remember, friends, that dot 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 dum. Done with these. No MIDI. That's why I'm about to have a heart attack. My heart's going 180 beats per minute right now. So you still thinking flute? I did not pack my didgeridoo, Melissa. Cowbell. All right, yes. All right, yeah, all right. I won't forget the cowbell. Hold on. Get the cowbell. All right. I know exactly which cowbell I want to use. I have to detune it, actually, a little bit. This is going to be on channel 4. So G3. There's your cowbell. Just going to tune it down a little bit. Organ. Tonks. I was thinking organ. All right, I don't have my banjo with me, so can't do that. Jan Eric, harpsichord. Harpsichord could be cool, and it could also be distorted, which could kind of be neat. Now, if we did guitar, let me see. I'm trying to remember if I want this one. Now check this out. This could actually be sort of cool. It would be certainly dirty, and I saw someone said organ, and I was definitely thinking that too. Oh, okay, that's the wrong guitar. Hold on. I need the rhythm guitar. Ooh, that could be kind of cool. Actually, that was almost Highway Star. Redness Warrior digs it. All right, that could be cool, just as an element. Let's just.
I like I like the energy of that beginning part you did.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's do that just as an element, and then we're gonna go back to Psy. All right. Here we go. I don't know, I'm gonna need the countdown so I can hear it. Ah, I went too long. Okay. I got lost. Okay. All right, that wasn't bad. Let's do one more. I won't do that intro bit either. That was it. Let's hear it.
Rock and roll.
I'm going to get rid of these beginning bits too.
Somebody said Pearl Jam. Cool. I like Pearl Jam.
What do you think? It's too much. It's a little loud. We're hearing it, not mixed. So the J in Ingve J Malmsteen stands for Jason. Very nice switch chord. That is very, very cool. All right. Snap City, stay fristy. Tonks, great. Kapow, Melissa. Guitar Hero, join in. Right on, stylage. Switch chord, yes. Renzi. The beginning, okay. You like it. All right. I think we got that. Again, Pearl Jam, very nice. Better, okay. Yes. Shred that keyboard. Awesomest username ever. Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Weirdy Beardy Man. I appreciate that. Encore, my raging toe. Awesome. Okay. So again, that'll be mixed in somehow. Screaming Goat. Okay. The song is so short because it's a stinger. So this is going to accompany the animation that Synapse is building right now. So again, you got to kind of envision it, and it's only 10 seconds. Yeah. So it's meant to be 10 seconds. But I'm going to add one more thing before we've got 15 more minutes. And someone said it before, and I used to say that I love to play the organ. So I'm Just need to see which one I want.
The hype train is close.
All right. Yeah, Tonks. I need a keytar. Spline time. So it's a bit much, but again, it'll be kind of mixed in. And I think if we do some careful processing, EQing, we can seed it in there, and you'll just kind of get this. We want it to crescendo, and the crescendo will happen largely in mixing. All right. So, but we got to get the elements in there so that there's enough to play with. Renzi, I'm too legit to quit. All right. Thanks a lot. Oh, the hype is real. Thank you so much. And hell yeah, and I can't. I mean, I'm seeing pieces of the animation as I'm playing to it. So it's I can't wait. All right. So let's do this last bit here before we move back over to Synapse. All right. I'm pretty sure there's some wet sweat going on now. Volcano, totally. We talked about blowing stuff up, right, Synapse?
There will be things
There will be things.
blow up.
How about building some feedback noise before the guitar kicks in? Something like that? Could that work? Max Storm? The breathing is real. All right. I love that idea, so I'm gonna use that one. Dude, I'm loving this. This is all user suggestion. Every bit of this that I've added is user suggestion.
That is really cool. Thank
It's
you
so
guys for
cool.
the feedback.
It's so cool. All right, and we're almost ready.
Mono says, get some saber in there. I thought about it, like in between the letters, kind of like a little lightning, just something, and then just disappears. Yeah, it's possible.
All right, last take. Then we're gonna move over to Synapse. Should I just take it? Let's just take it. Aw, Isaac, thank you so much. Nezodrax, thank you. All right. Sarimner 1, rock on. It's so Tenacious D. Love that. Thank you, CBR. All right. My Raging Toe. That's rocking. All right, here we go. Let's try it. One last take here. One last instrument. I forgot where I was again. Okay, it's hard. All right, we'll keep that one. We'll do one more, and then we're done. Okay.
Hey, Nikki One, what's up?
All right. And we're done. Thank you. Next intro, dubstep themed. Right.
Man, that was fast.
Okay. All right. So we're going to leave this here. We're going to save. Take these off. Come back over here.
How'd it go? Wow.
It's a full body. It's a full body workout. And from what I was seeing you doing, I think it's going to be sick.
Oh, cool.
I would have you wear my headphones right now, but they're not totally dry. So we're just going to leave that for now. We'll plug you in a minute.
I'm pretty nervous because I haven't actually heard the music. I just heard some bits. So he's been doing his thing back there, jamming out, and I have no idea what's going to happen.
All right. So honestly, chat, what did you think? You haven't heard it mixed, but you got the pieces. All right? Digging? It's looking good. It's looking good. Tell you what, if you really dig it, let's see some hype because we're about to give away a year of Creative Cloud.
Guys, let's see some hype in the chat. Another giveaway. We've had 3 giveaways during the stream already. We've only been streaming for 2 hours, right?
Yeah, 2 hours.
Seems like it
I
went
know.
by really fast, and already a 3rd giveaway.
Zanlock, sent a wicked dope man. Dude, thank you so much. Thank you. Honestly,
Cool.
that's I think that's a first for me ever playing at 180. I really do. Isaac, thank you. I mean, that's 180 is super, super fast.
Cool.
It's like
There we go. There's some hype.
hype. All right, it's
That's
happening.
the spirit.
Here's 180 BPM. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and the winner is Digital Nomad. One Digital Nomad.
Congratulations.
I see one Digital Nomad already. One Digital Nomad, give us a shout. You are the final winner of today.
Cool.
Thank you, Renzi. Thank you, Bobulated. Thank you, Sukozma, K Gore, Ivy Wizard, Deadeye. All right. One Digital Nomad. Can you simulate 120 BPM hype? Now you tell me. All right. Sweaty hype.
Cool. Congrats, man.
The speed he's tapping on is me after 3 espressos, says my raging toe. We rock and roll. I think we do. I think we rock
And roll.
and rock.
Nice.
We do both. Sometimes we switch roles. All right. Okay. So we've got approximately 7 more minutes until I believe. No, we have 2 senseless coming up after us, Roof.
I think it's the Pixel Chicks.
No, it's Pixel. Oh, Voodoo Val.
Yep.
Voodoo
She's
Val.
here. She's in the chat.
Voodoo Val is in the chat.
She's ready to go.
She is ready to go. Our artistic soda 40 BPM hype. I'm down with that, man. I'm so down. I can go. But not today.
Miss
No.
Synapse says,
Alright.
Future Rank 1 loves the guy playing the panyo.
Oh, so sweet.
Future
All
Rank
right.
1 is 3. It says
Nice.
panyo.
Yep, and my 4-year-old says plano.
Plano.
The plano.
So we do have a little something,
Voodoo Val, Voodoo Val, Voodoo
Voodoo
Val,
Val is
Voodoo
awesome.
Val.
but we just want to thank everybody for joining us too. By the way,
This has been an amazing day. Sweaty Spaghetti Hair, Renzi22. You will not forget that one, right?
I'm not sure how long this is, but we're gonna play a little.
What have we got?
A little action that you were working on.
Yeah,
Since
yeah.
Everybody got on board.
What? You're going to play the.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes!
That's killer.
That's fun. Oh yeah.
Hey, that's cool. Thank you guys for checking out the stream, but don't go anywhere because Voodoo Val's coming up next with the Pixel Chicks. I had a lot of fun today. Thank you so much, Adobe. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Synapse.
Do you have a couple minutes? Do you wanna? I don't know if you're animating any of that.
Oh, we got a couple of minutes. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it. I got to use lens flares, so
Yeah,
lens
and-
flare day is always a good day.
And you know what? While you're doing that, here, you know what I can do? Watch this. I'm gonna just unplug. Okay. You don't need my computer screen anymore, Paul, so I'm gonna pull out the HDMI, okay?
Cool.
Just so that you can kind of hear what was going on as we're playing that back.
Oh, cool.
All right, and in fact, I guess I could technically re-plug in over here, Paul. Will that show up, I
Maybe
wonder?
I can play it.
Yeah.
I have some filters off so that it plays, the color grading part is mostly off.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to see, because I was tracking flares to the text.
I'm gonna do a little preview.
We will see your screen.
Oh, yeah, I'm seeing it. It's there.
Maybe I can just.
Oh, it's up there.
I'll just
Let me
scrub
just
it
get
as
the
it goes.
audio.
Yeah, make sure that's
It should actually be working. Should,
Okay.
assuming you're still host computer too. Can you
And-
just play that audio, Jason? Real fast?
Well, I was actually going to play it I don't want to play it through. I was just going to play it through the speakers here, so that you should not hear the audio. Is
Okay.
what I'm saying.
I will.
I'm going to change the hardware so that it's actually coming through the speakers, so Synapse can hear it. But you are seeing my screen.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
So this is the organ that we just laid down. Okay. The bass line, of course, that you could not hear. This is funny coming out of these little tinny, bright tinny little speakers. So here, we'll break this down. Are you still RAM previewing there?
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of scrubbing through it because it was
Oh,
going
nice,
slow.
nice. Okay. Ooh, wow, look at
Kind of
that.
trying to make it go to the beat. Cool.
Let's wind this back. Here was the, here, I'll just solo this for you for a second, the guitar solo that I was playing.
Wow.
And it even
cool.
has the release as you lift off, you know? It sounds like...
Yeah, yeah. Now that I hear it, it gives me more ideas.
All right. So this isn't mixed, of course, but all together. I think it's gonna work.
Cool.
I think it's gonna work, right? Yeah. Dude, that is looking so freaking amazing.
I didn't know it was going to look just like that, so it's kind of a surprise, but it's kind of cool. The flares in there, there's a little bit of glow. We can do whatever with the
Yeah,
colors.
Look at this. I mean, gosh.
And
And are you
there's-
also just using no plugins for the flares? Those are the standard
It's the optical flares
Oh.
from Video Copilot.
from Video Copilot. Okay,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
only actual.
I was, I know because I'm looking, going, wow, is that our
Yeah,
native?
it looks cool. That's one of my favorite presets.
Yeah.
The rest are just the native
All
plugins.
native effects.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. So, Jan Erik saying, how long will this 3D intro take to render in C4D?
It took maybe it took like an hour, maybe 2 hours. You know, I rendered a bunch of different image sequences just so I have some content there to work with. But in Cinema 4D, it can take anywhere from just a couple of minutes to a couple of hours, depending on how you do the shadows and the physical renderer. If you set the settings up, then it'll take forever. It goes to infinity, I think. You have to make some sacrifices for quality versus render time.
Makes sense. Okay. All right. Well, Synapse, this has been amazing. Thank you for indulging me while I laid some of that down.
That was cool.
And again, in the meantime, what I'll probably do is we'll probably do a little file exchange tonight so that you've got something that you can kind of use as a reference. I'll do a rough mix of this. We may need to add, we got to add the cowbell. There's still other elements coming. Up next, we've got Voodoo Val and the Pixel Chicks. Stick around from them. Much love to Voodoo Val. Much love to all of you. Thank you so much for being in the chat, for participating, for being part of Creativity 360 Day 2. We will see you again tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Pacific Time, with myself, Terry White, Rufus Deutschler, Paul Trenny, and then we're going to kick off. So are we kicking off the beginning, Throwback Thursday?
I have no idea.
No, that'll be sometime in the middle of the day. Okay, we're out, guys and gals. See you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.